Well, people, strap yourselves in. This is the final episode for, of course, a week. I apologise for that, but just need a bit of a holiday. I haven't had a holiday outside of Britain or England since before this channel was even going. Literally, before COVID, 3 years ago. This has been running for 2. Welcome back, guys, to episode number 6 of season number 4 of this Schalke save. Don't worry, I'm going to try my hardest to make it a decent episode for you guys before we go away. So, if you're excited for this one and you haven't seen the previous ones, go ahead and smash likes on those ones. Smash a like on this one, subscribe if you're new around here, as we are on the race to 7k. It'd be good if we could keep on going on that race despite no uploads. That would be fantastic. And I appreciate all the support you guys give me. If you do want to keep up with how I am away from YouTube, of course, there's Twitter and Instagram down below in the description box, where you can click the links, go straight to those pages and follow, where, of course, I'll stay socially active on those ones because I do take my phone away from me. As, if you haven't seen the last one, the spoilers on the screen right here. We only won 1 game last month. A lot of injuries. However, we have 1 game in this month coming up. It is 4 weeks away. Yes, I'm guessing there's an international break or a tournament or something. It's January, and we do have 15 million in the bank to spend. And then we have Hertha Berlin, which is a 6-pointer. We are in 7th, they are in 6th. Big game. Hopefully players are back from injury. We can sign a few, as I don't know if we get onto them next games, with it being the window. As you can see, the money's right there, 14 million and 103k in the wage budget. So let's get skipping. I might check, just before we keep on simming, if we are guaranteed to get any players back. You can see the team's very tired. So Adamu's 4 weeks. He may just squeeze back in time. Sorry, 12 days. He should be back. Well, that's good. At least we'll have 2 fit strikers. If Fredriksson stays fit, which he should do. Costa's still 5 months away. Muller 3 days. Not too bad. How about these midfielders? Grinic, of course, 7 months. That was a big hit to us. System last episode. We've got 4 weeks without Kovac, but only 12 days without Abisha. We should have him back, as that is it for injuries, I'm pretty sure. It is. Let's see. We've already got a message about injuries returning, of course, and we've gone into January. The thing we don't want to do is get players back from injury and loads of reports, as we've looked to get right here. So, what is going on? We've got Soria, who's back in training. Abisha the same. Expected those, as Kerim Canaloglu has left. A good player in his time here, but has gone to Turkey. To Fenerbahce, his brother, or namesake, I'm still not sure. His national team, as Schroeder has gone on a 2-year loan to Martinho. I don't think we see him back, to be fair. We've got the youth squad report. We need to put another scout out. We've got a Villa transfer offer for Ortega. Above his evaluation, but still, I don't want to lose his keeper. Just signed him up to a new contract with a new release clause if they paid that. And Florian Malay has an offer in here. I kind of don't want to get rid of him despite his wages. He's a good player to have around the squad and, of course, teach them youth players. As another one, Burnley this time. They're in the Championship, so he should probably stay in this top division. As Junior Adamu's been cleared, that is good. Players back. Now that, of course, we are in January and we've got plenty of time without games, I don't want to make rush agreements, as Wijan's agreed with West Brom. That is down to contract, which I think it is time to look at for some of these players. We've got Aydin and Wijan and Adamu. And, of course, Farman's retiring. So I'm going to start with Wijan and Adamu. Aydin, I don't want to give him important. And, of course, his wages will go up highly. So I don't know, really. We'll start with Thomas Wijan here, though. Because, of course, he's been talking to West Brom, it seems. But he hasn't sent that message where he's saying he wants to leave. Usually when players want to leave, they send a message with it. As he wants important still, I guess I can give him that. Grinic is injured for a bit. A 2-year contract is fine by him, except no release clause. Now the wage. Would he take the same again? Or could we slightly get him on a pay decrease? 38k. He agrees to it. Good. At least we are keeping Wijan. He will stay with Schalke, with the Blues, as Adamu is one I don't want to send that message to me, where he says like he don't want to be part of the squad anymore, so I'm going to try and sign him up straight away, even though he hasn't played much this season. And when he did, Soria came in to replace him. Got to be careful with this guy, as he's definitely going to want a pay increase. 16k is not enough for his quality. He wants a 4-year contract. We'll go with 3. If we do sign any better players, of course, he can depart as accept no release clause. 37.5 is not bad for a striker of his age and quality. Adamu signs. So now it should be only Farman and Ideen. And of course, Ideen, we will wait on a little bit. See if maybe we get any interest and go from there. As now Milan Kovac has returned from injury. And I'm very impressed with how quick his players have returned. And it looks like we're getting back to some normality with our squad. It was just a shame for the Mainz game, which was the most important at the time. We didn't have the players that we wanted. As I'm still thinking about signings, despite simming on. But I don't know which position I actually go for. I love my wing backs. Zeefweek potentially improved in the future. Strikers, of course, are back now. Cam is brilliant. Midfielders, we've got plenty of. I think the next signing has to be, really, a big quality player. And again, do we have the money for that? As I know it's got to game day, but I am going to try and make a signing just for the next game. He probably won't play in this one. I just feel like it's a blessing in disguise. You guys have told me to sign him. We've got bang on the amount of money that it cost to sign him. Finn-Ole Becker from St. Pauli. He's way too good for the second division. He's cheap enough to buy. 77 rated for 14.5 million. Bang on. Or probably less because I think he's in his final year of contract and he's in the second division. It just seems like a steal that must happen. So let's try and get him in off a transfer fee. I think we could go low, maybe a bit cheeky asking for 12 at the start. I want Junior Adamu to step down to the second division. Absolutely no chance in that one, mate. There's 13. 13 still reasonable. Is that acceptable? 4% release clause. I could see myself selling him at one point, so I'll just try and get rid of that so we maximise on money in the future. As 13.4 is agreed upon. That's good enough for me. A left-footed midfielder. Of course, Wijan's just signed a contract, but it'd be good to have some around the squad now. Grinnick's out for a long time. An important role is acceptable, even though we'll probably have to share that important role. Accept 4 years, fine by me. Disregard a release clause as he wants a quite high wage to say he's been in the second division on 18k. I don't think I'm going to get it down. That's a low goal bonus, so I'll just accept it. It does take a high wage, but Finn-Ole Becker, the German wonder kid really, joins us. A good player to have around the squad, I've got to admit. And Shibe and Mulle, even though I've been rejecting transfer offers in for him, I'm probably going to have to put him in the reserves. Ole Becker will come onto that bench, and when Kovac comes back, it will be a scrap for that place on the bench, as this is the team for Hertha Berlin. First up, Ortega, Zeefweek, Maxto, Bellakotchat, Palsen, and Ferreira. Of course, these 3 defenders just over Rivas, who's been playing well recently, with Wijan and Abisher getting the nod over Becker on this first game, but he is on the bench, with Julian Sanchez in attacking midfield, Soria up front, with Baden Fredriksson. Finally, 2 out-and-out professional strikers. And we're at home for this one as their team: Pope, Munoz, Kasui, Tarkovsky, Taraugia, Fernandez, Cooper Miners, Eckelkampf, Jill and Richer, with Ben Brereton Diaz as the sole striker. Bench: Meyer, Teremo, Zinchenko, Redan, Mittelstadt, Sedar and Nubel. They've got 2 decent keepers in their ranks. However, I've got to mention, no sighting of Thorgan Hazard in that team, who of course was a mainstay for them, I've got to say. I usually did see him in that lineup as Maxto into Zeefweek. Now Abisher back from injury and almost straight back out with one. Saw that tackle sneaking in on him as Soria forward with the ball. Nicholas just lays it off for Zeefweek. Hit that first time. That's a good ball, onto Fredriksson. And just wide. Brereton Diaz intercepts the ball right there. Ferreira jumped on it as Sanchez spins on it in the middle. Now onto Soria. Takes it to this side. Gives it into Zeefweek. That's another good ball into the box, and it's snuck through Pope. Baden, like last time, scores first against Berlin in a big game right here. The Dane just knows how to find the back of the net against the team from the capital. Brilliant ball, I've got to say as well, from the right wing back Zeefweek. Second time he's hit one first time, and that was straight into the path of his feet. I mean, to be fair, probably should have hit it away from Nick Pope, but like famous strikers always say, doesn't matter how they're going, as long as they do. And Zeefweek with that pass into the middle of the park right here, and Abisher to run it forward slightly. Overrun. There he was Easily making the interception. Now Cooper Miners into Burton Diaz. Talking about Abisha being back from injuries. Ferreira, watch over your head, please. Easily skipped past Burton Diaz. Eckelkampf looking for a gap. They get the tackle in. It still falls back to him. Burton Diaz looking for an angle. Ortega with a stop. Save right there as we need to keep this ball out of danger. So we need to just head it away. But they've gone short into Brian Gill. Didn't work out at Tottenham for him, I'm guessing. I think he's out on loan in real life as well as Jordan. Across to Cooper Miners. Jedson Fernandez with a gap and another save from Ortega. Other teams against us do not like to go for corners. They usually go near post of Ortega, which he is dealing with sometimes now as Jill again cuts away from us. It's the same type of corner. And another 1-1. And it wasn't third time lucky for them. Luckily for us though, as Cooper Miners through the middle to Burton Diaz. Good interception and good leaving from Maxto for Ortega to just gather. And we'll try and go again as Victor Palsson into Ferreira. That's a bad challenge from Eckelkampf. Warning. Wijan with a throwing backwards right here into Guilherme Ferreira. Into Sanchez, who goes central again. Abisha. Nicolas Soria now looks for this gap. We'll try and whip one in first time again, which he doesn't do too badly. Player doesn't jump. Abisha, or Wijan I think that was, up there trying to win it. It's weird seeing him and Abisha fit at the same time. Usually both. Injury prone as Eckelkampf over the top. That's into Richter. Now he has to go back into Eckelkampf. Guilherme. Wijan steps across. Soria now. As he gives it into Abisha. Can we find something before half-time? No. I just took a quick glance at the clock then. I'm like, is it really half-time already? Quick half. But a half we have the lead in. As Brian Gill into Eckelkampf right here. Into Ahen. Now Jedson Fernandez through the middle. They're going to try and put pressure on at the start of this second half. But Bella Kotchap, the beast, just has to watch it. As I like Soria's run right there in between two defenders. Ball over the top. Trying to fight on the back of his man. Just talking about Aaron Barry going to Man United. A bit of a lacklustre signing with all the players they're linked to. As Richter into Cooper Miners again. Now Eckelkampf. Looking for an angle. Great interception, Maxto. Just tell, though, that they are going to put the pressure on in the second half. It's the usual thing that happens as Eckelkampf into Jedson Fernandez. Now Brereton Diaz. Still messing around on the edge of the box. It's hit. And it's deflected over. But a penalty kick has been given. We are so unlucky against Hertha Berlin for giving away spot kicks. It is unreal. And it's Victor Palsson. It literally just brushes his arm. As we'll put Finn-Ole Becker on to make his debut. Might as well risk it for a biscuit now, as they are about to get level if they score this kick. Ortega in goal. Wants it straight at him. Goes into the bottom left. One apiece. A game we really could do with winning. We are level. To be fair, if we don't win this, we've still got a little bit left in the window and no money. If big clubs think our players are playing well and they put bids in for them, we are screwed a little bit. Got to start getting comfortably into the top 6 to make our players want to stay here and not move on. As Maxto into Bella Kotchap. We've been flops in the last 4 seasons. We need to cut that out in this one as Abisha across into Sanchez. Now Baden Fredrickson onto Soria. Little gap. Shot in and Pope hits it onto his post. That's more like it. Because I didn't really realise how truly good Hertha Berlin are at knocking the ball around. They are a fantastic team, as it's not fantastic when Zeefweet gives the ball to him. Serdar, Bella Kotchap having to do covering. He is the man of the match for me today. As Fredrickson just tries to dink it forward. Will fall to Becker. Sanchez onto Soria. Not much space to run in, but that's a good flick and pass. That's a really good move, but a good tackle. You'll never guess what. It's Fredrickson that stays down now, so Junior Adamu is going to come on. Hopefully, as we can at least see what he can do. And at least we've got 2 now fit strikers. Oh no, if Muller comes back, it's 3. As an attack for them late on. Jordan Turuguia, however he says that second name. Glad it just says Jordan. As Richter through the middle. Cooper Miners chasing the ball. Jedson Fernandez. Now out to Brian Gill. Tackle from Zeefweek's a good one. Keep that in. There we go, as we'll look to build. Good pass out from the back. Sanchez. Get it through that gap. That's a terrible pass from Sanchez, though. And now they're going to come at us again. Richter into Serdar. Angle. Save Ortega. It's a good job he made that one. As if we don't win because of a penalty that was just an unneeded penalty. It was a handball which was not threatening. I'm going to be very disheartened as this was the big 6-pointer we needed to win. Burton Diaz out wide into Jill. We don't want to lose it, however. Bella Kotchap coming across, shadowing them back. It's Arnon. Now on to Jedson Fernandez. He's got an angle to shoot at, you know. He's going to keep it. Back into Cooper Miners across the ground, and a big save. Get it away as the final whistle is blown. A disappointing draw at home. A game we really should have won, but they had the chances late on. Fredriksson, sprained knee. He's out for 4 weeks. Just when you think we have options up front, all of them disappear. As Sevilla have put an offer in for Max Stowe. He's been good lately. And that is European football for him. I'm going to try and get more money out, I think. If he does leave, we do have Rivas on the bench. We can sign more strikers next year. I think it might be the end of the road for Andreas Maxstow, as he really did hit form recently. Fenerbahce, they're probably in Europe, but I don't want to sell Junior Adamu to them. We need our strikers at the moment. Unless we get money in very, very quickly. He's not going anywhere. As how much have we spent? We've spent 14, was it? There's 15 spent. Oh, we spent 13.4. No players out of the club, which is good. We need to keep them here with how thin the squad went for a while. Still no offers in for any of the youth that are all loan listed. But an offer in for Hellas Verona. Or not for Hellas Verona, but for Wijan from Hellas Verona. Not good money. We'll reject. And I have gone ahead now and loan listed a lot of the youth, which I didn't even realise I hadn't done many of them. So we'll keep on simming on. See if we get any offers in for any of the youth or first teamers, as Manchester City signing Declan Rice. Godzepe wanting Koshk, the left wing back. That will be accepted for a year. Max Stowe's offer even broke down with Sevilla. You've got to pay the price tag. I know you're a bigger club, which you probably wanted to go to, but you've got to pay the price tag. As Adamu, Watford, championship team. Ain't going there as Koshk. Here it is. They want a short term now. Okay, you were the ones who offered a year in the first place, but short term ain't bad. We'll have a left wing back up at the start of next season at least, as we'll keep on simming. Almost the end of it now as Correa in our league with Wolfsburg. He's a decent player, as that is the end of this window right here. Just the one sign, I think, as the loan moves didn't happen for these two. Unlucky for them. As hang on, have these just all come in after the bell? Granada for Guilherme, definitely turned down. He looks a phenomenal player for the future. And Bachmann from that Austrian team, which I will accept. Probably won't happen straight away, as this is another 6-pointer, you know. We've dropped down to 9th, not out of the race, of course. 1 point in it with everywhere we are, and of course, games above or teams above us have games over us. As Augsburg on the same amount of points and played games. This is a big one away from home, which I am going to play right now. I thought I'd only get 1 game in. I'm probably going to play Augsburg. Wolfsburg are top of the league. Might save that for after, of course, the holiday break, as we need to get the team ready for this one. Sanchez now 80 rated, love that, as we'll have to take Baden out. It's going to have to be Muller back on that bench. He's always on it, is that young striker. As Becker did okay when he came on, you know, for a couple of minutes. So yeah, Becker and Adamu are the changes for this big game against Augsburg away from home. In their team, Audero in goal, Pedersen, Collins, Valhenton and Gaka, Vargas, Gunther, Dorsch, someone else, Zakiri and Muniz. Similar team, Gunther on that wing. I haven't got the captain who we usually on that wing. I think it was Vergara. Pedersen got sent off last time, which did help us cruise to victory. We got 2 penalties. Soria scoring both of them, but it was a difficult game to break them down in. So we've got to make sure we get it right here. More players back and fully fit. I'm hoping that is the case. As Zakiri into Muniz. Of course, it's a snow day as well. Never expect them, but they always come along in this German division, the Bundesliga, as Ortega with a stop on the angle. He's let them fly past him before, so I'm glad he didn't. As Ziefweek, that's a terrible pass. Just give it to someone in the middle. Zakiri now onto Dorsch. Endo looking for an angle. Muniz plays a 1-2. Palsson blocks. Now we'll try and set off away a little bit. Ziefweek through the gap into Abisher as Malay's considering retirement. Maybe we should have cashed in on 2 million for him, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it. As Vargas goes backwards to go forwards again. Now they'll try and sneak it a bit. Rodrigo Muniz over the top. Guilherme is going to have to pull out wide a little bit. Just watching them. Making sure we know where they're going. Endo into Dorsch. Zakiri keeping possession then. They know this can put their top 6 hopes alive as well, as Gunther goes to the line. Ortega off his line to stop him from getting past. And we'll roll that one straight out into Ziefweek. Pass that to the side. There we go. Abisher to run forward through the gap. onto Soria. Tries to chip it over the top. Soria to keep it as well. Sanchez now looking for a gap. Adamu. One more on, please. Almost into the path of Becker. As Zeefweek through the middle here onto Abisher. Now onto Becker as Adamu. Adamu trying to look for a ball forward. That's a good one. That's a good pass, you know. And Becker should have had his first goal in Schalke colours. Really good disguise one round the corner. Didn't work out for him in the end, though. And now we've got to try and rob the ball back as they're coming at us very quickly. Gunther out wide into Ngakia. Now onto Bella Kotchap. Sanchez forward now. Onto Soria, and it's round the corner. Becker now forward. Flick that on if we can. Unlucky. Got close as Abisher. Now into Becker. Abisher again to the side. Sanchez sneaking forward. That's another ball around the corner. Soria now just lays it off into the path of Zeefweek. That's a good ball in. And Adamu with the header. He's back. He's back from injury with a goal. The number 10 just flies in there. And that is a big goal again. Cannot bottle this now. 1-0 up away from home. Great header. Really good one. Just put it out wide. First time ball in from Zeefweek. He loves them today. As that's just headed straight past Adero in the goal. Lovely stuff as Adamu on the turn into Julian Sanchez. We've won the ball straight back. Could we make it 2 before half-time? Adamu on it again. Just swarmed a little bit there. However, the half-time whistle goes and we cannot do what we did against Berlin. No bottle job. Get these 3 points. Could be vital ones come end of the season as they've got the ball from kickoff. Endo back into Dorsch. Squeezes a ball through. You know, that's a good flick on into Muniz off the crossbar. Okay, I'm guessing Ortega might have got a touch on that. If he did, very impressive, but I didn't actually see. Big chance for them straight away as Becker to come away with it now. Abisher through onto Soria. He will hang the ball over the top for Gulherme, who will fizz one into the middle onto Becker, and we'll try and move forward again. Abisher, Julian Sanchez now. Becker round the side, whip that in first time. Good one, Adamu. Tried his luck with a bicycle. First time cross from Zeefweek. I cannot get that out of my head, you know. How good he is at just dipping the ball straight in. Amazing as Dorsch with a block. Becker around the side. Zeefweek can't keep it. They've robbed it. Muniz, edge of the box. Zakiri curling. One apiece. We haven't hung on to it. Or hung. Or whatever. I'm saying it in the present tense because I don't think the game's over. But still. How have we let that happen? Muniz stays on side. Curled round Bella Kotchap and Ortega. All square in Augsburg. Got to stop bottling these 3 points that we desperately need to climb our way into the promised land. It's just horrible. I don't want to say top 6 again. That's why I said promised land. I keep repeating myself with it as Sanchez. That's a bad tackle, referee. He's staying down. Referee, that's our new 80 rated player who they've just snapped. Becker to carry on though. Whips the ball in. Handball. Penalty kick as our main man is down. Are we going to try and sub him off? Yes, definitely. Don't want him continuously getting injured. Slimaine's going to come on. But I can't believe they've just took him down. Penalty though. Let's focus on that. As it's Soria. He scored 2 against them last time. One place he didn't go was bottom right and down the middle. Can he go bottom right this time? He can! Keeper's dived half-heartedly. And Nicolas Soria, the Uruguayan, back in the lead. Get in there. Just what we needed. Just what we needed. It's telling us to take Becker off for Shibe. Won't risk that yet. Game's still going. So we've got to keep going as Abisher. Can't get the ball off. Vargas jumped in there to tackle as Rodrigo Muniz goes backwards. Dorsch goes forwards. Endo through the middle. Bella Kotchap with the block. Got to head that down. Becker, that's not very good, as we've got to make sure they don't level this up. Great tackle from Slimane. And Adamu, I thought man were going to run round, but he obviously didn't. Soria just absolutely bursting a lung to get forward. Collins with a head away. Is that the Collins from Burnley? I'm guessing it is, actually, as Becker cuts away. That's a good move with Slimane. Becker to crack it. Just took a deflection, and I think it's still a goal kick. That is what's given us. I'm going to try and put Muller on up front. Just save Adamu and, what's his face, Soria from injury. Both scored, of course. Maybe a partnership that we didn't know about. Sorry, Baden Fredriksson. And I am going to try and get Becker off. Don't want the new guy getting injured. He's had a good full debut here. As Rodrigo Muniz playing 1-2s there. Whipped in ball. Ortega, easy for him. Just got to make sure we get the victories. That's a terrible throw. The man was there to be thrown too, but he messed it up. Still there first to the ball. Gunther Round the corner into Cordova. Maxto easily with a block right there, and we'll take our time with it, hopefully. 2 minutes on the clock. Send that down the line for Soria, who should come off the field any moment, but he's still actually trying a lot. Collins with a block. Pass straight into Slimane. Go for a crack from very far out. Waste some time, as it should potentially be over with the kick of the ball right here. Substitutions have just been made to waste time. Agüed goes forward. Please win this header, Zeefweek. We don't even need to. It's over. 3-pointer won. We have avoided defeat in both of the games. Should have got wins in them both, but I won't dwell on it. 2-1 away against Augsburg. Very good result, as that takes us into 6th position. And I feel just an amazing cliffhanger. As that's not a good cliffhanger. 3 months without Sanchez. I didn't think it was that serious. But like I was saying, an amazing cliffhanger for a week or possibly 8 days. I apologise for that, but that's how it works out. Away from YouTube. It's the biggest, well, I've had a big break when I was ill for a little bit, but this is the biggest break since the start of the channel, so I really do apologise, but it's got to happen. As thank you guys for watching the video right here. I will see you next Friday or Saturday for the next part in this series. Hopefully you guys stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, check out some videos that you may have not seen on this channel, of course. There's an array on YouTube, so it's completely down to you guys. Thank you all for the support leading up to this week. Continuously watching, even though you know there's going to be a break, not stalling. And then bulk watching, which is something I usually do. But thank you all. Like, comment, share and subscribe with the notification bell on as well. And I will see you all very, very soon. We will be back. Take care in a bit. Enjoy your week away. And peace.